Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, let me fix this. Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clatter of Clans Season 18. Yes, 18 seasons down the line. Like I said, I remember when I used to play this Clatter of Clans. When I still the odds for industry, see popping guys. I think I did I win? No, I didn't win Clatter of Clans. Yeah, I didn't win Clatter of Clans. Clatter of Clans back then was hectic, still hectic right now, because I know how far this tournament has gone, over the years, like 3 years now. So, big shout out to Unsullied Army for bringing us this action. Jesse, big shout out to Jesse. Y'all already know him. Speaking of, I'm even looking at him on my screen right now. He's driving, so we're probably going to pan the camera to him in a bit. But before all of that, I want to give you guys a little breakdown of Clatter of Clans season 18. Actually, I remember the last stream I had of Clatter of Clans was season 17. That was last season, and the season before that as well. So now we have season 18 for you guys. And yeah, if you've been a fan of the Clatter of Clans, you know that the prize pool has always been 150 USD total. So that's a big plus. First place goes on with 67.50, second place 45 USD, third place with 30, and the MVP with 7.5 USD. Big shout out, big money going around. I know that's like 100k at least, at least 100k going by these Nigerian rates. So you know that it's not small money right here. We're going big every single time. And the point system pretty much switched up to the latest. It's all about elims now. If you're trying to get some elims, get like 10 elims, and trust me, you will succeed. All the way down to 9th to 16th. No food for lazy man. 9th to 16th is 0. If you don't get no eliminations, you will suffer the consequences. You go clear for your eye. That's what the point system is telling us here. That there is no time for sliggity sluggodo. There's that as well. But yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't catch the participating teams. I do not have a set up GFX for that. I was looking for it, but I've not been able to find it. It's there, but I'm going to talk about the finalists and all of that. Maybe by the next game we might have something on board, for everyone. So there's that as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I think we've seen the prize pool, we've seen the placement points that are required. Everybody knows what to do right now. So before too much drama, ladies and gentlemen, it is the finals of the Clatter of Clans season 18. It is day 1. It is your boy Priest, and I will be bringing you guys all of the action. Shoo! Alright. Okay. Oh. So we've got Unsullied Army just chilling here. I would expect some, some good vibes going into this last game. I'm actually quite impressed with how far Unsullied Army have come. They're now in an interesting setup here. They've got into the finals of the COC. It's been very tricky, I might add. Very tricky for them to work this. But Ma from 1011 has been spotted there, knocked away. I think some action will be going on in this northern area. Then I think it's the guys from PLATANO Power against 1011. There's been a little bit of a trade-off, as Hamar will be the victim this time. I'm not sure if 1011 have lost someone. Yes, they have actually lost Snuffy, and that's an unfortunate turn of events here. Hamar still knocked away, but the reset ongoing right now, and he will be able to get his HP all the way back up. Bego is the one with the elimination. Platano have moved very close to the danger zone here. I think he can fish something out from that position. Might be a work in progress. but you know what time it is and you know what it do. So we've got Dare Esports, we've got 1011, Platano Power, QR, and Limited Esports as well. That's a nice tag from Bego there. Beautiful spray. Amar will catch Joris, knocks him clean off, and now PP will be in trouble. PP will be in trouble in this engagement though. Joris is not free, and Bego will be going for that confirmation. He knows that this is an off angle here and he's all alone. And yes, that would be the wiser choice. Bego pulls up to the scene, gets the confirmation, and now he might be in for a little bit of an interesting ride here. Does Bego have cover though? Does he have protection? Well, the guys from Platano Power will rethink their decision as they skedaddle out of the danger zone. But Bego's sprays are almost inch perfect there, as they were about to catch 300 off guard. Dangerous position for the guys from Platano, but fortunately for them, they will survive this engagement with the guys from 1011. Snuffy, unfortunately, will not be making it onto the later stages of the play zone, but his teammates have been able to get vengeance and repercussions, I might add. Interesting play zone that we've got here. Very, very eastern. We've still got the guys from No Rage Esports smack dab center all the way in Yasnaya. Nobody contesting just yet. And let's not forget, we've got BBC, Galaxy Gaming, No Rage Esports, Unsullied Army, TR, Dream Team, Saint, the Invincibles, NP. I believe that is No Pressure. The guys from SG and Active Gaming. Speaking of Active, got Shad, Traitor, Nexus, and Rails. Now that is an interesting setup. This is smelling of 03, I think. A little bit of 03. They did win. I believe they did win the last season of the Clatter of Clans, so that was equally quite impressive that they were able to do that. But the Invincibles here looks like they might be doing something that no one is doing just yet. I'm trying to understand how, you know, these engagements are starting to play off, but I think it's all the way out there, just in a central position here. Some violence is brewing. It's looking quite turned out. So an unfortunate turn of events for the guys from Dare Esports here, trying to battle the guys from the Invincibles. Oh, Stare getting knocked clean off. Beautiful spray coming in from Ronnie there. The Invincibles again with the absolute terror of shots ringing across and across again. Stare finally confirmed and sent back into the lobby. The Invincibles up 3 eliminations, and it looks like they're gonna start off the finals with a banger. Remember, got 3 days. You know, we've got 3 days of the finals. This is day 1. Gonna have day 2 and 3. Dare Esports, fortunately, have not been having the best of times here, but Ops will shoot back. Just a little bit of a warning there to send them back away, but No Pressure will catch one of the players from Platano Power. I believe that was Prison, catching an elimination point for himself and his team. But the Invincibles, I don't know if they are going to take this engagement as far as they can. But I think they would rather choose a better position inside of that play zone to work for themselves. But it is a very good position for them to hold off. SG will catch Dream Team's Lucid, and that will be the end of Dream Team, I believe. And Galaxy, you can hear them playing off. Interested in finding their position. As you can see, I am honestly trying to locate their position. I'm not being able to spot them just yet because all of these flashing lights. Because this ain't the weekend. Oh well, that's an unfortunate turn of events. Probably gonna find that one out later on. But unlimited, or is that limited? Is this limited esports or unlimited esports? I don't even know. But I am interested in seeing how they perform. They're in a very, very good position here. Basically, almost I would call it smack dab center of the zone as well. Their esports in a very, very, very tricky position. They're playing the buildings now all the way in Yasnaya. Play zone will be shrinking off and closing out any idea that these teams are trying to have of sticking beside it. Guys from Dream Team, they did lose a couple of players on that western side earlier on. And let's not forget, Galaxy is here. They've got one elimination for themselves from No Brainer. With Legend, Lynx, and Freak. And yeah, I literally just remembered this is a UGX. Yeah, this is UGX. UGX, I've actually been a fan of them, you know, for a while now. So they've been a very interesting team to watch. I think they hosted a tournament back then. I believe hosted a tournament a couple of months ago. It was a cool tournament. It was very, very chill vibes. But now, play zone centers up very nicely. Yasnaya is still heavily in play. Guys from No Pressure. As you can see, RUTHLESS is here. Prison is here as well. All of them making their rotations towards the northern side of Yasnaya. This is a primordial position to hold. If they can hold it perfectly or well enough without having to, you know, compromise. You know, it's all about compromise now. We've got 15 teams in the cut, and I believe the only team that's been sent back into the lobby is Dream Team. And the angles, the work rate, and all of that stuff would come into play, would come into action here. Now there's more where that came from. No Pressure finally pulling up to this position. I think they've set sights on Limitless there, or Limited, and I think they're aware that that would be a nice position to have. But I think they would rather just play the terrain. This would be a very good position for them to have right now, this particular terrain spot, without having to, you know, confiscate too much. So you can see RUTHLESS already having the same idea. You know, the rest of the guys from No Pressure, this is a position that they can defend and attack from. So it is very, very nice to see that they are doing fine and holding off on any kind of ruthless engagement. But again, Unsullied Army, the hosts, I'm impressed that they've actually finally made it into the finals of their own tournament, because I know for a while they were just inviting themselves into the finals, you know, but now they've started to earn it, they've started to work for it, and that's what I love to see, you know. So yes, that is what I love to see. The practice is good. Jesse, Slick, Prophecy, and Schmook. That is a very good lineup for the Unsullied Army team. I think this is a team that can do a lot, you know, a lot at least, you know, placement point wise. They would. This is a very, very strong survival team, with Slick leading the aggressive charge. Would work, you know, if they are able to, you know, maintain formation and not do Declan Rice stuff. But the Invincibles again now, victimless to blame. Active Gaming have pulled up to their position, and now I believe Traitor was the one that was spotted out. He's been knocked away. I don't know if he's been confirmed. No, not yet. He's still bleeding out, but he's too far away. He does get confirmed by Sean, and Sean gets retaliated immediately there. Sure. Oh, Shad with a beautiful touch. Of course, a little bit too short, and the Invincibles now will have a mountain to climb. Will they go for that reset? It looks like it might not be likely. Sean will get confirmed, and Active Gaming will retain their position. They will not press any further. Beautiful, beautiful trade coming in from Active. You take one of ours, we take one of yours. An eye for an eye. We'll leave the whole world blind, but Active Gaming don't care about that one, that's for sure. And it gets trickier by the second. You can see the points already getting updated live and direct. That's what we love to see. You can tell that there's more work to be done here, but this is also a very, very nice position that the guys from Active have been holding. Again, you know, it's all about terrain now. Teams that will play terrain are going to be very, 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 very happy, you know, we're holding out here. Ooh. And Marine has been knocked away here. Gets confirmed. The rest of the guys from No Pressure will be pulling up to the scene there. Glizzy just outside. Grenade in hand. Trying to pop through the corner. But the grenade! The grenade from Havoc just falling a little bit short there. He gets tagged up, and that will be the end of Big Black Crocodile. Sent back into the lobby with the quickness, I might add. Zetrix getting confirmed by Prison. Beautiful stuff coming in from the guys from No Pressure. Unfortunately, they did lose a play in that engagement, but it was worth the trade. 4 points up, and now that is what I love to see. And it looks so good. They've claimed this position. It would be a little bit difficult to defend, but it is a fantastic one for them to work out of this angle. They will be able to hold on, at least for the time being. Again, a couple of sprays and touches flying all across the board there. They might take a little bit more than they thought, but it is very sustainable. Saint on the southern side. No one has been able to, you know, breach and take this position away from them. The guys from Galaxy will be holding the hillside, waiting on them. I believe they're aware of that position, but they're not willing to engage just yet. Everyone does have the play zone, but not for long. Play zone shrinking. In a couple of seconds, will determine. Southern, yes, I saw that coming, and these guys will still remain blessed. All the way out here in the south, nobody will make that push, but SG with a very nice spot on the edge there will not, as Nexus just makes the breach position. You can see the guys from QR right in front of them. So, it's a beautiful spray from Nexus there. Return fire almost immediate, so he has to be careful now. Cannot overextend too much. Warning shots flying all the way outside. Nexus will have to reset and find a better position, but they're aware of the position of the guys from QR. They know that they're right in that box inside of that compound. So will they breach? Will they take it? It would be a nice compound to have right now. It is all the way out to the northern side of the play zone, but Active can play terrain. They can play from this position without having to compromise too much. But it's all a matter of how well and how fast they want to play this, though. The Invincibles will be coming in from that northern side as well. There's opportunity for them to clash into each other. If the guys from the Invincibles want to take all of that smoke, you can take a look there. Ooh, Reels has been spotted. Might just get knocked away. Yeah, oh, the AUG from Choco there. Beautiful touch. And now the Invincibles, they don't play around. God7 pulls up to the scene with a monster truck. Runs Reels over. Beautiful play coming in from the Invincibles. Getting tagged up there. At another position. Active Gaming in serious danger. Swept away. Into the dustbin they go. With a beautiful play coming in from the Invincibles. 7 eliminations right out the gate. Beautiful push. Absolutely decimating the guys from Active. And that was the quickness there. God7, Choco, Ronnie working the angles perfectly there. Active Gaming unfortunately did not expect that to happen. Choco opened the floodgates with the AUG. And the rest of the guys from the Invincibles showed exactly why and what makes them so invincible. No pressure onto that eastern side. Taking a look towards the shelter position, trying to open up and see what's going on there. But Unsullied Army will be on the other side, 10-11 as well. Remember, most of these teams are already at 3-man. Most of them are not going to have the numbers advantage when they come into a 3 versus 4. That's more likely. But no pressure equally as well with the 3-man Morpol. Got 3 players as well, so it is going to be even to most of these teams on this side of the map. But Unsullied Army does have the numbers advantage. I don't know why Jesse's prone right now. It is way too early for that. If they do get crashed up, they will get smashed up. But Shelter is a very strong defensive position, especially if you know how to hold out. But here comes Saint in the southern side, finally starting to get a little bit of an engagement there. But Lynx will send return fire to Lord. He gets knocked away. But will they make the push? Yes, they will. Galaxy pulling up to the scene. Here comes Legend. Switches to the UMP. Trying to break through from the western side. The ground floor occupied by Galaxy. Trying to hold off. Molotov cocktail in the cut right there. Beautiful use of the Utilities there, and Saint are in trouble right now. They've still got a player knocked away, but they've been able to get him up. And Tetsuya charge another grenade, but no Braino's grenade is better. Bounces right in front of him, knocks him, puts him to the ground. Saint now down to 3, and he's too mad. It's too mad. It's just hanging on in the corner. They're trying to find an angle, but Tetsuya finally gets confirmed. Freak will be the next one to go down to a grenade, and another grenade might just bounce through the corner there. It's too mad with a beautiful grenade, trying to work the angles, but Lynx is in the corner, trying to find an entry, trying to find the position, but a beautiful spray comes through as well, as again, Yogen will catch another one off, and gets him tagged up, trying to get his HP all the way back up. Lynx trying to come around the corner, but the return fire is always brilliant, but Lynx is better. Knocks him clean off. Can't be spotted. Beautiful touch from Yogen, and that will be the end of Galaxy. Saint with a magnificent piece of defending, and that is how you hold a defensive position. I saw how it was gonna come through. I saw this. You know, Galaxy just didn't breach properly. They occupied one position. They didn't hold off. They didn't split out. They started coming one after the other and then came as a team, but switching, you know, from compound to compound. Tetsuya was able to hold one of them off for the longest time, and that was a teachable moment for the guys from Galaxy. But you know, there's still a couple of more games to redeem themselves. They were able to get some points on the board, but it will work. And no pressure, looking very, very capable. No pressure, looking very capable in that position. They will not necessarily have to work too hard here, but the Invincibles will be a tough nut to crack. The play zone is very, very favorable, at least for the time being. Choco driving through there, chasing 300. Might knock him clean off as well with the AUG, but moves out of that position. And they might just be circumventing and suffering some serious danger here. But Choco does a fantastic job. He makes the right play here. Moves into this little spot. Not necessarily engaging too much or working too many angles. Might be able to work it from here. So no pressure. Might be onto some kind of pressure here, because Choco is not one to be trifled with. The AUG might do the trick. As finally Platano Power's last player will be snuffed out. 300. Back into the lobby he goes. And no pressure. Now spamming all of those utilities and grenades, but here comes Smarty. Artless again. Glixie gets Choco knocked clean off, and and the Invincibles might be in a dangerous setting here. It might get tricky for them to navigate from that position. They've already claimed Choco. He cannot be rescued. His HP has been cut all the way down. But Ronnie is there. Gets a clean knock as well. Beautiful touch, as Choco does get dispatched immediately, but Roddy will do his absolute best to keep the guys from no pressure at bay. Glixie still inside of that smoke, still drinking a little bit of blue zone juice, but he would have to make a very discerning move, as Limited just pulled up to this scene as well. Dare Esports in serious trouble as well, getting spotted out all the way out there to northern side. Ops will be the last one up, trying to escape the danger. But he will just be running into God 7 here. God 7 is ready for him. And he delivers himself immediately to God 7. And Invincibles up. 9 eliminations now. So God 7 still has his sights set. Oh, beautiful spray. The Invincibles are not letting anyone breathe. They will not let the poor breathe. They want to send everyone back into the lobby if they can. More sprays onto SG. More sprays again. Zetsu this time, taking the brunt of the damage. More sprays again, as God 7 is unrelenting with the M4. One after the other, he sets his sights on the entire team of SG, and they are not inside of that play zone. He's trying to destroy their vehicles, rendering their movement almost next to impossible. And finally, some return fire is sent his way, but there's only so much he can do from that position. QR still playing heavily defensive inside of this compound and not risking too much on this engagement. As you can see, the guys from I believe that is the guys from RAGE Esports is still in that eastern side, as QR with a beautiful spray connecting the shots there and connecting the dots. There's only so much that he can do there to holding up in that position. Incognito still the violent one, trying to find Glixie and send him back into the lobby. No pressure. We'll have 9 seconds to move out of that position. They do not have play zone. There's so much they need to do, but Glixie will pick up that AUG. And this might be a game changer, but the play zone now is here. He has to move. If he doesn't, he's finished. That's for sure. But there's only so much space to work the angles. He's still getting tagged up. It doesn't look like much is going to come out of this one. That's for sure. And Unsullied Army now would be the next people to get into a little bit of a skirmish from that position. You can see 10-11. Would be the ones they fall into, but ooh, Smoke is there. He gets tagged up, knocked all the way down to about 1 HP. Smoke's coming out as 10-11 are bricked down to 2 players, but a beautiful grenade, a fantastic grenade, I might add, from 10-11. It is Rick dispatches the guys from Unsullied Army, sending them all the way back in 9th place, and TR just holding off. 5 eliminations to them. They're trying to work with the terrain that they've got. They've got 5 players in. As SG still down to 1 player. Is Usesh trying his absolute best to get his team back to full capacity, but unfortunately Zetsu has been sent back into the lobby lonely, doing his absolute best to work it, but they've got a couple of seconds to work something from here. So now the guys from No Rage trying to make their rotation inside as well. A couple of knocks will be working here. Lynx will be the victim this time. And the Invincibles finally put into the ground, courtesy of Limited. And there's more action. Clatter of Clans Season 18 Finals Day 1. No Rage Esports still alive as a 4-man. Still very, very strong here. So impressive. But 10-11 are not taking this one lying down at all. You can see the play zone caked up. So many people around here. And it's all left to Amar. Amar gets the first one down. Limited in trouble now, as another one will bite the dust and will be sent back into the lobby. Beko still knocked away. Rick equally still knocked away. It's all left to Amar to do his absolute best to work the angles here, but 10-11 are in danger. The play zone is too close for comfort. Amar is getting burnt up like a chicken here, getting roasted, fam. But fortunately for him, he manages to get out of a dangerous position, but he is going to get tagged up. No Rage, or it's not even No Rage actually, it's TR that was able to catch him all the way out there. And unfortunately, the guys from 10-11 will be sent back into the lobby with the quickness. Limited pulling up to the scene in that northern side. Future trying to send a couple of shots north, has an idea of their general position, but unfortunately the terrain will be blocking his vision. There are up 8 eliminations. There's more to work the angles here. Limited heavily blessed off, but Falcon will be the one knocked away this time, exposing himself just a little bit too much. Utilities will have to come out from TR. Resets already coming up here, but the guys from No Rage Esports, and now would be the time for them to do something. DG, the MVP, is there chilling and trying to work the angles here. Acid pulls up, tries to work it, but he gets knocked away as well. And now No Rage down to 2 players. Moses trying to get that reset, but here comes DG. Beat a beautiful tag, but he gets tagged up and sport away. No Rage Esports in serious trouble there. DG will get confirmed. And Lynx now. Moses trying to work and hold off. Grenade after grenade. But a false grenade falls a little bit too far from comfort. The guys from No Rage Esports are not giving the right kind of communication here. It's not working. The grenades are falling a little bit too short for my liking there. Not going to work too much. But here comes Future with a beautiful tag. And now Moses has the opportunity to wipe out the guys from TR. No Rage have the chance here. A confirmation will come through. And a beautiful tag coming through from Moses there with a Thompson. And again, that angle working it there, getting tagged up from that corner. Falcon again will be spotted and sent away. No Rage Esports up to the top 3. And here comes the guys from QR with a beautiful position, with a beautiful spray again coming in from Roses. No Rage Esports are capitalizing, but unfortunately their positions are not too friendly here. They will need to use all of the utilities that they've got. But the guys from Limited are working the angles there. And now we're down to 2 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. As The guys from No Rage Esports trying their absolute best to work from that position again, but Moses unfortunately falls a little bit towards the zone. Ralph is there, hops into his vehicle, but oh, the vehicle refuses to move, and he gets tagged away by the guys from No Rage Esports. Moses and Lynx still working together to hold off. It's a 2 versus 1 now. It's all left to Lynx. No Rage Esports might just take that first chicken dinner. It's a 2 versus 1 and versus 1. But they have all the angles, they have all the position, they have all the intel. Hopefully a grenade doesn't bounce around here, because they might just end up bouncing in the Lord. No Rage Esports, very dangerous. They have the numbers advantage, they have a little bit of time to work the play zone, but how much more can they do? Lynx has the right idea, but will he be able to execute play zone? We'll have to move them very shortly. It would be nice for them to go prone now, because I know they love to go prone in this team. So now would be a viable time for them to go prone. You cannot be running around in this circle. You have to be prone right now. But I have the fact that, oh, that's a beautiful touch. And Limited does a fantastic job of working it there, as the Moses will seal his fate. No Rage will take that chicken dinner with 5 eliminations. Now, this is the No Rage I love to see. Chicken dinner in the bag and 5 eliminations to boot as well. Limited in 2nd place. Limited in 2nd place with, I believe that is 7 eliminations. QR in 3rd place, and that's 5. TR in 4th place with 10. And the guys from SG in 5th place with 1. 10-11 in 6th place with 6. The Invincibles in 7th place with, I believe that is 10 as well. And No Pressure in 8th place with 5. Unsullied Army in 9th place. Saint in 10th place with 4. Day Sports in 11th place. It's PP in 12th place with 1. Galaxy in 13th place with 2. Active in 14th with 1. And BBC in 15th with 1. And Dream Team in 16th place with 1. Hold on. Every team except Dare Esports and Unsullied Army got eliminations. Every single team here except Unsullied Army and Dare Esports got at least 1 elimination. So that tells you a lot. There's a whole lot of aggression on board. You know, there's an interesting, you know, amount of aggression on board. You know, significant amount of aggression on board. You know, significant amount of aggression on board. I love that. Violence is the name of the game today. Pluto way no they show for map. Pluto way no they show for map. Pluto way, you know they show for map. And it'd be like, I think No Rage have found Pluto way, because the rotations, the plays. I mean, what are you saying? That's not the No Rage I'm used to seeing. That was quite impressive. You know, they've learned a lot, you know, owing from the last time I saw them in the NPL, because that was the last time I saw No Rage in any, you know, tournament outside of the Clatter of Clans, because I saw how they've been performing in Clatter of Clans, but you know, there wasn't a lot of content. But big shout out to the guys from No Rage. They did a fantastic job. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be heading into a new game. Sorry, I'm trying to, I'm doing production now, so I'm doing production, so you guys should, film, Yeah, so yeah, like I said, interesting stuff coming in from the Rage Esports. Of course, they could have done so much better, but I was looking at the, I'm looking at the leaderboard. It gets very, very interesting how everyone is having a different kind of strategy, as to what they are trying to accomplish here, or what it is you're trying to do, how the teams are trying to play and adapt to themselves, because most of these teams, it's been qualifiers, you meet different teams along the lines, along the stages, because at the time, I saw Saint Esports doing the barest most, and they were still dominating, but today I saw them get, very difficult rotation positions. They were just all playing from the south with the guys from Galaxy, so they got into a little bit of a tussle there, lost a player to Galaxy. Galaxy was coming off from a hillside side. I don't know why Galaxy left a high ground position to chase Saints that was, in a compound. Saints is that strong defensively. They have always been that strong defensively. So I wasn't expecting them to make that kind of play. They did get a knock. I'm guessing that was what triggered them, but that's what it is. They probably didn't know what team it was and wanted to use that opportunity to, score a couple of points. But yeah, that didn't work out, did it now? That did not work out. It did not. And that tells you a lot. So most of the teams here would have to do a big job of trying to work something along those lines and hold off surviving, getting some eliminations, at least playing as a team, playing as a unit, because most of the teams here, like I said, only 2 teams out of 16 didn't get any eliminations. That tells you a whole lot, that any opportunity to get an elimination will not be slept on, that's for sure. But big shout out to the guys from No Rage. Impressive stuff. Right from when they were in Yasnaya, the central position, they didn't necessarily need to rotate too far, too wide. They kept themselves together into the top 5 without losing a single player. So that was equally impressive. Increasing your chances. It is always about increasing your chances. If you can get all of your players together, you're good, man. You can get all your. So you're good, no? If you can get some you can get some eliminations without having to lose any players. That's the goal. That is the goal. Trust me, bruv. That is the goal. So yeah. So by the time we return, I think we should have the leaderboard for you guys, just to give you guys a little bit of an inkling of what is going on or what game 1 just meant. So that tells you plenty stories, plenty stuff of what's going on. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'll be right back very shortly. All right, I think we're back now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Clatter of Clans Season 18. It is the finals. It is day one, and I think you guys saw all of the action, that we were working with there. So, that gives you guys a little bit of an inkling as to how this works and what the vibe is and how things are supposed to, settle. So we have the leaderboard ready for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. So if you take a look, you see what exactly I just talked about. No Rage Esports getting that winner chicken dinner and just the right number of eliminations to get themselves into that first place. Interesting turn of events that they've got for themselves there. So that tells you more. It tells you so much more that Team Ruthless, just pulled up to the scene right behind them. The Invincibles equally there with a big ton of eliminations as well. They've got 10 eliminations as well. QUANTUMRAGE easily just following through with interesting, nice number of eliminations just to tally off with some placement points there. So that tells you that they have a strategy that might just work out for them if they're able to keep it up for the remainder of the games tonight. But 10-11 just in there as well with 7 unlimited just on top, no pressure, and SPAZA Gaming. So these are the teams in the top 8. Unsullied Army and their esports, like I talked about, no eliminations for them, so that puts them in the bottom bracket. But hopefully, we're about to head into the next game right now, and that might give you guys a little bit of an inkling of what is going on. BBC, Dream Team, PLATANO, Power Active, Galaxy, and Saint will need to rise to the occasion if they are trying to get a taste of that money and qualify for the Clatter of Clans Showdown. Yes, the Showdown, ladies and gentlemen, it is the place to be at the end of the year. All the top 4 teams that have been cracking it over the year or the course of 2023 will compete against each other at a showdown at the end of the year. Now that is what I've been looking forward to. I'm not even gonna lie, man. So but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, without too much senrenren, I know you guys can hear what's going on in the background there. So yeah, I know you guys can, what's going on in the background there. So I know that you guys are ready for some more PUBG Mobile action. And yes, it is the COC. So let's get ready to COC. Because you see what I did there too. Stop playing, man. Woo! Miramar. Ooh, that tells you an interesting story, Miramar. Super defensive, teams here. I think 2 players have been snuffed out, I believe. I'm not sure what 2 players have been snuffed out. Let's take a look. Yes, QUANTUMRAGE have lost 1 person. Their esports equally have lost 1. Was it a trade-off? No, it was not a trade-off. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna take a look over here to see. I think the guys from Saint and who else got lucky? Who else? Well, it's just Saint. I'm not sure if someone... Okay, Saint and the guys from Team Ruthless were able to get the job done, get some eliminations for themselves. Now Saint again with QUANTUMRAGE, getting a little bit tricky here. Hamodi and Ralph, the last 2 up. Atlas and Incognito, unfortunately, have met their end. But Saint is that team once again. It is going to be Yogin. He's been absolutely visceral to most of these teams. He's been a real op to most of these guys. So they have to be very wary of him. Saint in an interesting 2-2 split. They're very nicely spread out. Hamodi there might have an opportunity to catch a spray. Oh, that's a beautiful spray from Hamodi there. Opens the floodgates. And Yojin has been tagged up. And a beautiful 2 for 2 there from Hamodi. QUANTUMRAGE trading out 2 for 2 there. But there's only so much he can do. Surely he'll get the confirmations. Does switch to the S12K. Tries to get that win. Oh, that's a nice one there. Gets a confirmation to work the angles as well. Ralph is on the other side. Trying to work something here. It's a good spread. It's a good, very good spread. Saint again. Hamodi gets another one down. Is Hamodi going to do a 1 versus 4 with another tag again? Hamodi! Ooh! Yes, sir! Oh, that's what you... Yes, sir! Hamodi is him! Ladies and gentlemen, Hamodi is him. Hamodi is him. Hamodi is him. 1 versus 4. Quantum Rage shitting on the guys from Saint. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the COC. That is why we are here. Violence just like that. No respect whatsoever. Quantum Rage kicking off with a bang. 1 versus 4 from Hamodi. And on to Saint. Saint will have a lot to do. They will need to rise to the occasion there. And now that is the way you want to start a game. That is definitely the way you want to start. Saint really got bludgeoned. They got bludgeoned, man. That is the word. They got bludgeoned, you know. Woo! So you've got an interestingly central zone. Not a lot going on. I would not expect too much clashes right now. Maybe at around zone 3. I think that's where we'll see the first major clash. You know, as this one was basically 2 teams just landing in the same spot. You know, so the better of the teams just splurged it out. QR and Saint. So that tells you a whole lot. You know, they were not expecting the guys from QR to be here, and that's why I'm telling you, you know, about the engagements. It's the finals, you know, there's a little bit of a sticky track record there. I did see the landing zones, the landing spots and positions, so that tells you a lot. But again, it gets trickier. It gets trickier every single time. You have to adapt. You know, SPAZA Gaming on Lonely. Lonely is really lonely out here because he's the only one all the way outside in this corner. And nobody is contesting this position from them, but they are not inside of that play zone. They will need to do a whole lot more to hold off and survive rather inside of that position. So that tells you a whole lot of how they're trying to work, you know, and how they're trying to succeed. But like I said, play zone is equally as outstanding as always. So guys, give me your predictions in the chat. Who are you rooting for in Miramar? You know, it's Miramar. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? What do you want to know in the chat, guys? Who do you think is going to take home this chicken dinner for Miramar? There's a whole lot of impressive Miramar teams here, like No Pressure, you know, like PLATANO, Power, and I think BBC, 10-11 as well. Very, very strong Miramar teams. Active Gaming, you know, so there's so many strong Miramar teams here, and that tells you a whole lot of how interesting this game is going to go. Most of these teams are not inclined to running into each other upon rotation, so there's a chance that that's going to be happening a lot, you know, coming into the next couple of circles. But there is a working layout, a working structure, you know. There's a strategy that would be applied to most of these teams if they are trying to succeed in the COC. I am loving Active Gaming split, no contesting. They are going to be hosed up all the way out there in Los Leones. Limited coming out to, you know, from that northern side of Pozo. Very, very sleek, trying to make their rotations inside. The first circle of this play zone is going to give us a very, very definitive idea of where the game will be finishing, the areas that everyone will have to rotate out of. 10-11 on that, a little bit of that northwestern side, trying to find their way inside the zone. Marsu, one of my favorite players in this the COC so far. He has been absolutely breathtaking to watch, you know, during the entirety of this tournament. Bego as well, but now they have to rise to the occasion. Again, the play zone is shrinking up. We'll be giving us a little bit of an inkling on what exactly it is, you know, that that most of these teams will work with. Ten, 11. All the way out there in the graveyard, working the graveyard shift. They are not having to, you know, contest too much. Rotation continues from 10-11, trying to find a way inside of that next circle shift. It is going to be centered really nicely around Chumacera. Got Monte Nuevo, Power Grid, and a little bit of Los Leones within play here. You know, Minas Devar and Chumacera. So most of these teams are not displaced too far, except the likes of 10-11. But the Invincibles, looks like their engagement with the guys from Dream Team looks like it's about to cook. Choco in the front yards and in the front lines. But Dream Team will have to be very careful. Slingers here trying to cover the rear ends of the guys from the Invincibles and trying to protect his team. There's a whole lot of angles here that they might be looking to work with. But Sad is trying to hold the back line. The Archer will be in the buggy. I don't know if he's trying to make any kind of rotation or any kind of movement, but there's some bodies there trying to navigate through. It would be the guys from 10-11. They have made a way inside of that circle. You know that they are playing from the edge of the eastern side. But how far can they hold on? How far can they hold out? Dream Team still having a little face me, I face you with the guys from the Invincibles. They could work so much more to move from this position. But again, the Invincibles will not be liking it, so they will reset and reposition themselves. The Invincibles are aware that they might possibly get sandwiched, and that is not... Ladies and gentlemen, that is not where you're trying to be. That's for sure. That is not where you're trying to be, man. You're not trying to be there, man. You are not trying to be there, man. But how far and how well will they take this? There is violence and there are bodies on the line. That's from Dare Esports. I can see them rotating from the northern side. They are going to be in Power Grid. Very relaxed. Nobody is threatening their position, at least for the time being. Guys, trust me when I tell you, I have loaded every single file in this game, and I don't know why some people's clothes are not showing up. I mean, look, I can see his gun skins. The skin of his bag. But I don't know why I cannot see his outfit. Okay, I can see this guy's outfit. Cannon. I can see Ops's outfit as well. So I'm guessing this guy is just naked, bro. I'm guessing this guy is naked because there's nothing you can tell me, man. I hate seeing naked dudes, man. Damn it, put some clothes on, man. Put some clothes on, brother. So guys, yeah, I've been watching a whole lot of Top Boy. You know, the show on Netflix. So you know, I'm learning a little bit of British, you know, because you know, Don't be a road man, yo. Don't be a okay, I can't. I don't want to say some of the stuff that they say on that show because what? But allow it, fam. I love that one. That's like my favorite slang. Allow it, fam. That means to allow something. That don't stress, just let it be. So that's like allow it, fam. So you have to put the accent in it as well. Allow it, bruv. And they say a whole lot of bruv and brother. But the easiest one is like they say, let's say wagwan, wagwan. Well, wagwan is right because Quantum Rage will be coming in from the south again. We saw them play a little bit of a southern warfare in the previous game, and they were able to hold off before they rotated all the way towards a southwestern side, surviving like they did. So that tells you an interesting story of how they love to play it. But again, they do have a little bit of Unsullied Army coming from the rear end. Unsullied Army will be making an edge-to-edge rotation, but it's too close for comfort. It is not friendly. Their backs are not clear at all. As the guys from SPAZA Gaming, you can see them as well trying to play the exact same thing. The play zone is awfully too close for comfort, making a little bit of an interesting move for them, so they might have to make a little bit of an interesting rotation just to keep the rest of the guys from no pressure at bay. I'm not sure if they're aware of their position, but it would be very, very smart to be aware. The play zone has shifted again, just out of reach, no pressure, heavily blessed, limited as well, active. Invincibles, Platano Power, and Unsullied Army with the guys from RAGE Esports. Again, that northern side. Heavily blessed. Now these teams will have to work. Now the violence is about to ensue. Because for a fact, people are about to run into each other. Active Gaming getting ready to make their move and find a better position inside of that play zone to work their angles from. And that tells you an interesting story of what it is the play zone has decided to dictate for them. But Active Gaming, beautiful splits coming in. They might decide to take that position. Shad will point towards the houses for Traitor and Nexus as they are in the front. But 10-11 will be pulling up. I'm sure they've heard as Amar is right there in the corner. Spots Shad, but will not take any shots just yet. They're trying to get inside of that play zone. If they can get a fantastic position to work with, hopefully something interesting might work through, as Beggar will be leading the charge. He is going to be the front man there, trying to find an opening for the guys from 10-11. Fires a little bit of a shot there to tell the guys from Active that, yep, Beggar is here. Do you want the smoke? But the edge of the circle is plainly safe for the time being. 10-11 can nest in this position. There's a little bit of cover to work with. Not a lot of ops in front, as Active Gaming have vacated the premises and they've moved a little bit closer to the guys from the Invincibles here, and it looks like something might be brewing here. Sean drives a little bit too close for comfort, gets uprooted immediately by Traitor, but the confirmation is unable to come through just yet. He gets tagged up from the corners, and that will be the end. 10-11 will steal, will reap where they did not sow. Snuffy's there, catches Shad off, and Active Gaming will be the victims now of an uncertain position. 10-11 laying them out immediately there. Amar sprays again towards the guys from the Invincibles. God7 and the rest of them trying to maintain the position and float away, as Choco and the rest of the guys from the Invincibles trying to survive and hold up. But Amar will be spotted and knocked away. Might just get confirmed by Dream Team. Yes, he does get confirmed, and that is the danger of hanging around without looking at your backside. And Galaxy pulling up to the scene as well. Dream Team with a fantastic position just by the cusp there. And inside that, your Evian Soup, another Evian day inside. Dream Team are pulling up right behind the guys from 10-11, who pulled up right behind the guys from Active Gaming, who pulled up right behind the guys from Invincibles. So that tells you an interesting story of what exactly everyone is trying to do here. Snuffy trying to avoid the shots coming in from Archer. He does have the high ground advantage position, but they do not have the play zone. The moment they move away from here, they will get into serious dangerous terrain and a dangerous position. As you can see, the guys from Dream Team still holding out, but here comes the guys from No Rage and Team Ruthless pulling up to the scene. Soldier Boy looking for one opening there as they are trying to breach that position. Deji has been sent back into the lobby. Lynx is still on the top floor trying to hold off. And an interesting play coming in there. Acid will be the next one to fall. And it gets much more dangerous by each second. Grenade right there will kill Moses, surely. But it buys just a little bit of time there. And that is a confirmation. Soldier Boy with a beautiful finish. And now the guys from RAGE ESPORTS under siege. One after the other, they start to work the angles there. A little bit of a corner, a little bit of a tag. Beautiful stuff from Lynx. Gets the first knock. And it might get trickier from this corner there. If he can bounce the grenade from the corner. But he gets tagged up to 1 HP. And he will be get finished up by the DBS from Future. And Team Ruthless snatch another one from the books. 5 eliminations now. Play zone. It's an interesting setting here from the guys from 10-11. The play zone has shifted away from them. They're still trying to deal with Dream Team. Lucid has been spotted by Beko. Mini 14 in hand. Might be the opening that they've been looking for. They can catch something, can work something here, but they do not have the numbers advantage. Dream Team is a complete squad. They've not lost anyone just yet. Or they actually lost Slinger. So they have lost Slinger. So 3 versus 3 in this position. Their esports now under siege. An Unsullied Army in that southern side. Smoke has been able to get 1 elimination and a couple of tags to work through. They're very, very blessed. SPAZA Gaming will be the victims of Unsullied Army right now. Finally, Unsullied Army getting your first elimination of the finals. And Limited will be on the rear end as well. So they have to be very careful. They might be in for a sandwich if they're not careful. They might fall into a little bit of a sandwich between themselves and the guys from SPAZA Gaming and Limited. There's a whole chance for that happening, but QUANTUMRAGE still making a little bit of rotation in this area. I might run into something here. Reset has been spotted, but has he spotted them? Yes, he has. The spray comes through. QUANTUMRAGE now trying to rotate around the corners, but it's not going to work out. Surely Reset will find them. But is he going to be making a move out of that position? It would be likely there, but no pressure. Will set their sights onto the guys from Limited, and now there's an opportunity for them to make the rotations. Violence continues. The Invincibles still outside on that corner. You can see Choco trying his absolute best to work the angles there, trying to move away from that position, but Unsullied Army continue to rain havoc onto that southern side, trying to make a rotation to work through the angles here. Smoke is still in front. Jesse was able to get 1 opening knock, but now the guys from Limited again now getting smoked up and choked up. Smoke pulls up to the scene, grenade in hand, or Molotov rather, points the door. Might be the opening they've been looking for. Smoke again trying to work the angles from that corner, but Limited. Oh, that's a fantastic grenade from Limited on top of Limited, and that is what the pressure does. But Jesse, unfortunately, trying to move around, has gotten caught on rotation. Prophecy gets knocked away as well. And Unsullied Army might just be bottling this one. As Prophecy does get confirmed, it's a 1 versus 1. Smoke will take the advance and the fight onto the guys from Limited. Here comes the 1 versus 1 opportunity, trying to breach through the door, getting tagged up, opening up through that corner. He gets tagged up as well to 40 HP. Smoke has to be careful, might just get tagged up. He might get dropped on him, but fortunately for him, he makes it work. Jesse still knocked away. There's an opportunity to get that reset. Unsullied Army have to take it, but BBC just pulled up to the scene. They might just be able to do it there. Jesse's just crawling on his belly there, and he's been spotted. Surely he will get confirmed by Havoc. Yes, he is going to be sent back into the lobby. BBC up 3 eliminations and a complete team at that. Now is an opportunity for them to work something. Unsullied Army might be under siege here. And BBC doing a fantastic job of holding up, but the return fire is absolutely brilliant. We'll be able to send them all the way back. Reset doing a fantastic job of playing the defensive game as PLATANO Power now pulling up from the scene to hold off there. 10-11 still on that southeastern side. You can see Snuffy just making a run for it there, trying his absolute best to work the angles, but Dare Esports catching a whiff of the guys from the Invincibles all the way out to that corner. Ops all the way down with his low HP, and now Choco gets the confirmation, tries to get the tag, but a beautiful spray from Choco does the job there. Dami now sprays back, tries to connect the shots. 2 eliminations up for the guys from Dare Esports, but Kanan is still knocked away. Ronnie trying to make the push onto the one outside. Dami versus Ronnie, so 1 versus 1 scenario. Who's gonna be better? Oh, Dami gets stuffed away like a Christmas turkey by the Invincibles, but it's all left to Ronnie now. as Active Gaming are aware of what just went down, they're trying to get an angle and listen on what's going on. Reels exposes himself just a little bit too much there. 10-11 will get a little taste of the flesh there, but they do not have the play zone. They will have to make the advance. Active Gaming equally as well are not inside of that play zone. It is only No Pressure that do have a little bit of zone to work with. 3 eliminations for 10-11. And now would be the time for them to make that rotation inside of that circle, making the right call and the right choice, as you might add. Snuffy just leads the charge. And Active Gaming will have the right idea. And now Active versus 10-11. The spray is working. But they should get out of dodge. It is not going to be smart at all for them to take this fight, because the play zone is just hot on their heels. BBC finally breaching the guys from Unsullied Army. That tells you what it is they are trying to accomplish. Bego in the front lines onto the guys from Active. His vehicle has been blown to smithereens, but SG is on the rear end as well. The sprays are fantastic, but Bego might just get blown away there. Monster Truck is on 1 HP. He does have to be very, very careful. Might just run into the guys from SG. That vehicle just went up in smoke. Zetsu is there. Bego versus Zetsu now. Tags him up just a little bit for comfort. The vehicle smokes away, but beautiful touch from Bego. Gets the confirmation with the Mini 14. But can he move inside of that play zone? It gets trickier by the dozen. Bego has to be careful. It's a dangerous rotation. He might get blown away, and he is going to get dropped, but fortunately for him, he makes it just in time. But it's all left to Snuffy. Snuffy getting tagged up to about 1 HP. 10-11 in serious trouble here, as Shregs is crawling all the way back. He's still getting tagged up, still getting in a serious predicament there, but that will be the end. No Pressure doing a fantastic job of ridding the lobby of 10-11 all the way across the map there. And Platano Power on the rear end again with a beautiful touch. Jordios again touches through. Traitor again now will be the one tagged away. Mini 14, you can hear it ringing around every single corner. Active Gaming will be the victims this time. You can hear the bullets raining. Nexus will be in front. Active with 7 eliminations. Can Nexus get the reset? Utilities now would be the nice time for them to start to come outside, as Reels will get confirmed. It's all left to Traitor now. But can Traitor be saved? No, he cannot be saved. Play zone too far away. Nexus too far away as well. But Nexus can get himself a nice position inside of that play zone. BBC, unfortunately, have lost one player. It is Blast. But it's not going to deter them at all. But No Pressure heavily protected inside of that play zone. Traitor finally getting blown to smithereens. Oh, that's a nice tag from Anarchy. And BBC trying to breach, but he's going to get stopped in his tracks there by Glixie. And the rest of the guys from BBC. Now it's an opportunity for them to breach that position. There's 2 knocks onto No Pressure. And now they have to do something about it. Platano Power have spotted Nexus, trying to keep him at bay. But Nexus is not one to play around with. 8 eliminations to Platano Power as well. They are very stacked up in that position. But No Pressure, fortunately for them, BBC cannot advance your push. And they will be able to hold off for the time being there. Havoc trying to wreak havoc onto that western side. Sprays towards the guys from No Pressure, and somehow Artless has been sent back into the lobby courtesy of the guys from Platano Power. So the tables have turned, or would I say the turns have tabled. No Pressure have now been squeezed out of that play zone position. Nexus finally getting run over by the guys from Platano Power. He gets confirmed, but Jodas is there trying his absolute best to make the angles from that position. And now BBC would be in a very dangerous position to hold off in that corner. It's a 2-man team, but Zetrix is there trying to take the 1 versus 1. Beautiful grenade. He gets tagged up beautifully there. Sent back onto the lobby. He has to go immediately as well, because he gets tagged up evenly as well, but he might just get spoiled away. Havoc trying his absolute best to work it. And he gets confirmed by Glixie, and there goes the guys from No Pressure reaping where they did not sow. And they are now going to take the advance on the breach. Havoc now in a singularly catastrophic position caught between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. Glixie has been spotted by Havoc, but he is going to use the smoke just to hide that position. Glixie is now making the advance, charges the grenade, might just let it loose onto the guys from Platano Power, but he's been hurt. Oh, that's a fantastic one from Marine. Beautiful grenade. Sending Havoc back into the lobby. Can't even smell that one, that's for sure. Joris is still there, right behind the monster truck, trying to protect his position. That's a beautiful spray. Connects through, but Marine is there with Toothpiece. Gets Kobe back into the lobby. That's the real Kobe. That guy from No Pressure surely has to change his name because he's not No Kobe at all. He gets tagged up, and that will be the end. No Pressure putting pressure onto the lobby, that's for sure. With 12 eliminations. Well, that's 10 eliminations actually. And the guys from Platano Power with 10 as well. In second place. BBC in third place with 3 active. In fourth place with 7. 10, 11 in fifth place with 5. Guys from Unsullied Army in sixth place with 2. SG in 7th place with 2 as well. Invincibles in 8th place with 5. RAGE Esports in 9th place with 2. Team Ruthless in 10th place with 5. Limited in 11th place with 1. QUANTUMRAGE in 12th place with 4. Dream Team in 13th place with 1. And the guys from RAGE Esports in 14th place with nothing. Galaxy in 15th place with nothing as well. And in 16th place Saint with 2. Again, 2 teams were not able to find any eliminations. 2 teams were not able to find any eliminations. So that tells you an interesting story, you know, of what just went down. Woo! That was quite a crispy. That was so crispy, man. So crispy. I can't even lie, man. So much violence going on. Everyone was getting eliminations. Everybody was tearing through the lobby. And that is what we love to see. That is what I love to see. I don't know about you lot, but No Pressure. I've always been a fan. Right from AUGL, I've always been a fan of No Pressure. They're absolutely phenomenal team, you know, and now they've risen to the occasion. But you have to be careful, you know, of teams like BBC. You know, because I saw that they play a whole lot of sneaky shit. You know, BBC is really like super sneaky. You know, so you have to be wary of teams like that. You know, I'm no RAGE Esports. You know, that I guess it's the chicken dinner, because you win the chicken dinner, then you're among the first 2 teams to be eliminated in the next map. So we've seen that play out time and time again. You know, and that's one of those things. So 10-11 active gaming falling a little bit short, clashing into each other. Same rotational pattern. I saw that coming a whole lot actually. You know, biting off a little bit more than you can chew. You know, seeing this play out consistently. You saw the last game, 10-11, finished in 6th place, got 6 eliminations. Now they finished in 5th place and they got 5 eliminations. So maybe they'll finish in 4th place the next time. I have 4 eliminations. I don't know. But that would be something, wouldn't it? That would really be something, though. Ooh, but ladies and gentlemen, do not go nowhere. We're gonna have the leaderboard for you ready in the next couple of minutes. You know, I mean, gotta love the production team working alongside me for this one, because they are top notch. I was looking at the live leaderboards and I was like, God damn, these niggas is accurate. You know, so yeah, I got a big shout out to Unsullied Army. COC season 18 is day 1 of the finals. So how you start today, in this scene, I've seen that how you start on the first day usually determines, you know, the pace you use to finish. You know, so I saw that in the last season with 03. They started very strong, finished even stronger. So, you know, so yeah, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see, you know, how they're able to manage that one, at least, you know, for the time being. But ladies and gentlemen, by the time we return, we will have the next game for you. So do not fret, do not relent, because Priest is here bringing you guys the COC finals. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Clatter of Clans Season 18. It is the finals and it is day one, and I think we're going to be heading into Miramar. Yeah, I might be heading into Miramar sorry, Sandhawk actually, into a very sordid, to a very interesting setting here. So, yeah. Most of these teams I think we've got the leaderboard actually ready for you lot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the leaderboard is ready. Take a look at the leaderboard as it stands right now. No pressure in front with 26 points clear. Team Ruthless will be following suit there. They'll be definitely following suit with 19 points, just 7 points shy. PLATANO Power in following as well with 2 points behind, 17. Invincibles as well with 17. No Rage Esports with their 15 from the previous game. Have not been able to get topped, but they have been met by 10-11. Same number of points, 15 as well. As QUANTUMRAGE is there in 14. And Unlimited is there in 8th place, just following 1 point away. Between first place and 8th is like a 13-point difference. So Unlimited will have to rise very highly, if they're trying to succeed, and do something with all of this that they've been able to, accomplish so far. But I'm interested, I'm very interested in seeing. Very interested in seeing, what that means, what that looks like, what they're trying to achieve, or accomplish. But yeah, I'm big juiced up. I'm big juiced up. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Their esports, Unsullied Army finally, skipped up a couple of steps, got some eliminations for themselves. Saint as well, fortunately, just got swept out very early. Active Gaming still getting some good eliminations, but they still need that wild game. They still need that chicken dinner, but hopefully they will find it in Sandhawk, ladies and gentlemen, because now is the time for them to work their magic. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is we're going to take you guys to Sandhawk very shortly. I'm trying to just, work a couple of kinks out. Okay, I think alright guys, so I think we've got a little action ready for you guys. Surely you guys can hear the action brewing through, and I'm going to take you guys to, it's going to be Sandhawk right now, so you know that it is it's game time, it's action time. 16 teams in the cut, 64 players, so that tells you nobody is missing, there's no handicaps, everybody is in the lobby, nobody is taking any chances, no one is taking any single chances, and that tells you a lot. That tells you a whole lot, of what these players have been subjected to when it comes to this kind of engagement that they've been getting here. But it looks like Active Gaming and the guys from Ruthless are going to be getting into it inside of boot camp there. Interesting stuff there. Oh, that's a fantastic grenade from Traitor. Connects 2, and now there's 2 down. Traitor on the push. Active Gaming might be using this one as the opening that they've been looking for here. Unfortunately, they've lost Reels, but that's not going to keep them back. But the guys from ooh, the position has been given away there. Interesting tag. Ooh, that's a nice one from Traitor, but Shad has been knocked away, and now they're in trouble. 1 HP is the name of the game, but Nexus has breached. He knows that something is going on. Switches to the M762, tries to spray through the corner there. Switches to the M4 as well, but Shad is still knocked away. And another opportunity to work the angles. Beautiful finish coming in from Nexus as he sweeps them away. Changes that direction and changes angles. Active Gaming looks like they might just be on the front lines of this one. Traitor still holding up the high ground. The guys from 10-11 will be receiving some serious body droppings all the way across there in that corner, and it looks like they've lost a couple of players to Saint. Saint has 2 players knocked away. That's an opportunity for 10-11 to do something, but it all left to Amar now, trying to hold off. Amar switches the grenade, changes position. He knows. Oh, he might get tagged away. Oh! That's a beautiful reflexes from Amar there, but Bego will get confirmed by Jürgen. Saint now looking very, very strong, I might add. But there's only so much Amar can play with. He has no helmet. His vest is already feeling a little bit of damage and a little bit of brunt. He's waiting for that opening. Oh, unfortunately, he just took his eye off the ball for a moment there, and Saint are breaching, looking for an opening to offset the balance. Amar just getting overwhelmed. There's too many bodies around. Saint will do the job and eliminate the guys from 10-11, sending them out relatively very quickly. And now the leaderboard will feel the effects. Ooh. Lynx overextending his hand just a little bit there. It's an unfortunate turn of events there, but you can tell that that is the strategy that they were going to employ regardless. Their esports moving out of that boot camp-esque position. It would require a lot for them to navigate, as well as Active Gaming still doing their absolute best to work from this position. But here comes Nexus with a beautiful tag through that corner. Oh, Nexus gets spotted from behind by Dare Esports, and an unfortunate turn of events. The third party is crucial. Traitor gets confirmed, and it's all left to Shad now. Can he take on the guys from Team Ruthless by himself? It's a 1 versus 2. He might get tagged an opportunity to hold off there, but Active Gaming in serious medical condition. It's a 2 versus 1. Team Ruthless know exactly where Shad's position is, but they're trying to hold off and survive for the time being. But their esports now is an opportunity for them to do something. They might be able to work and steal some eliminations from here. They were able to get a couple of knocks onto Active. There's only so much that they could do there. Shad will be discovered and sent back into the lobby with the quickness, and that will be the end. Nomi putting the finishing touches on, as Team Ruthless will walk away from this one with 4 eliminations, but they have lost 2. That is a trade they were willing to sacrifice. It would be their esports being very proactive, I might add, just you know, taking this position relatively very quickly, you know, occupying all the angles, you know, finding an opening. But you know, they're not looking like they're gonna commit to this, but that would be a wiser choice. They should, you know, they should definitely commit. You know, they should definitely be committing to this. I would recommend a full commitment, you know, but you know, we've already lost 2 teams, and that is the beauty of Sanhok. The violence is right out the gate. The guys from Galaxy, they're still hovering around the guy Saint. You know, Saint is still on the ground floor there. They've made a couple of rotations. They played a split, and now they're trying to box the guys from Saint in. You can see Lord and Yojin just maintaining the ground floor and not overextending just too much. As Sasa is looking upwards, just trying to get an angle onto the couple of players from Galaxy, trying to get an idea on where they are from. The sprays continue. And now this player, Freak, why is this guy prone though? Why is he prone? He does have an off angle onto the rest of the team from Saint, you know, but I think it is, okay, yeah, he's wary of the guys from RAGE ESPORTS. I think that team is wary of, because Acid has been sent back into the lobby. So there might be a little bit of a delay in his response to his team and to the rest of this lobby, but Freak does have to be careful, unless he can take the 1 versus 3 against the guys from No Rage Esports, because they are making their rotation right now. You can tell that Freak has something cooking. He's got something cooking. And now the guys from No Rage, they've heard the shots. They're ready. They know that moving forwards, there's a chance that they might get into a little bit of a skirmish. And here we go. Moses making a rotation unscathed. Oh, Freak has given away his position. And unfortunately, his trigger discipline is terrible. And a grenade might drop on his head very, very shortly now. That's a fantastic grenade. And it does connect to Moses. And now, Lynx is by the corner. He will get finished by Freak. Beautiful play coming in from Freak there. And now an opportunity to work through, but unfortunately Lynx's spray is not good. No bueno, doesn't connect, and Freak now is aware of his position, tags him up heavily, down to about 45 HP. Lynx does have to be careful though, because Deji is nowhere near that position. Deji's prone relatively very quickly, I might add. The guys from Galaxy now finally starting to deal with Saint, one after the other. They've already lost 2. Might be time to do some more, or rather they've lost 1. Time to lose a little more. Lord was the victim. Yojin is down currently, but will he be able to get picked up? There is still an opportunity, a possibility for him to get picked up. Oh, that's a nice one from Captain. And another one bites the dust. Is now left to Xylo. Saint getting pummeled from all sides, from all angles. Lynx listening, trying to hear the heartbeat of the last player. Under pressure, he gets tagged away immediately and confirmed. There is no joy in the streets, as Galaxy will somehow lose yet another player. Captain sprays into the distance with the Tommy gun, but unfortunately has no idea where all of that fire came from, as Galaxy unfortunately will lose a player just to poor communication coming in from the rest of the teammates there. Is an unfortunate scenario for them, but Saint heavily blessed from that engagement. The Invincibles now, and the guys from Platano Power clashing horns in the central position of the map right there. Kobe finally sent back into the lobby with the quickness as well. Zoom is in the corner there, trying to make the push onto that position. The guys from Platano will need all the firepower that they can get against the guys from the Invincibles, so they do have to be very careful. They are trying to make a push, or they are trying to make a play for this position. This is the Clatter of Clans season at 18, brought to you by Unsullied Army. Your boy Priest, giving you guys all of this sweet commentary. Speaking of Unsullied Army, they are in this vicinity, but the guys from our Galaxy will catch Lynx this time. Finally, he will succumb to some serious injuries, trying to make the rotation, but Captain will spot him and knock him clean off. Now they're up 5 eliminations, Galaxy. Might be 6, depending on how fast Lynx will drown and suffer to his injuries there. And down he goes. The guys from Saint, that is Xylo, the last player, was able to discover a vehicle, and that would be his ticket into the zone. And an interesting rotation coming in, very good one, I might add. He will be sitting very comfortably, you know, by the edge of the circle there. I don't know if he's going to cross the bridge, but that would be a wiser choice. Just rotate a little bit towards the northern side of Tapmock. The play zone is shrinking, so it's going to take a little bit more than, you know, a little bit more than one position to make this work. But I am loving the rotations coming in from the teams so far. You know, teams like Unsullied Army, they've been very adamant in the way they proceed. See the Unsullied Army team just parking about, trying to get some intel. Saint. We have Saint Silo getting tagged up heavily there, but he manages to escape the danger from this position. Dream Team was the team that laid eyes on him. They are not inside of that play zone. Will need to make their rotation relatively quickly. There is only so much they can do from here. Green Team's rotation looking very, very feisty from that position. You can see the guys from RAGE ESPORTS. After all of their efforts, they've already lost one player somehow. I'm not sure how, but they did lose someone, and it was Ops. But, they do have clear skies in front of them. If they choose to make that rotation take it a little bit more central, I think they would. That would be the wiser choice, just to hold off of that position, play the terrain. But RAGE ESPORTS are more of a building defensive team. They do not necessarily like to play the terrain, nor in this case should they have to. But in my opinion, that would be the better choice. The play zone is heavily centered up. Invincibles in a terrific position, I might add. But you know, there could be more to this. The Invincibles sitting pretty, almost in the central part of the play zone there, but QUANTUMRAGE finally discovering Saint's last player, and that will be the end of him, captain. And the rest of the Galaxy squad just outside of boot camp. Just playing it as slow as possible, but there's a chance they will rotate very nearly to RAGE ESPORTS in the coming future. Unless they choose to go a little bit more northern, and they might go into the unlimited side of things. But the play zone is shrinking up very, very nicely. You can see the guys from BBC just nested up very nicely inside of that southern corner. I would more call this south central. There's a Dream Team finally making their rotation just from the northern side, breaching just a little bit forwards outside of Paradise Resorts. They can see the guys from Unlimited, and Unlimited equally have been blessed with that play zone. And the Invincibles equally blessed as well. RAGE ESPORTS chilling in the southwestern side. The southeastern, you can see BBC and SG. Also coming in from the south. Unfortunately, they've somehow found themselves inside of one vehicle. You know, we would never recommend this, but you know, what you see is what you get. The streets provided one vehicle, and that is what the team is going to be using here. Unknown, prone, looking for an opening. Invincibles as well, with the same idea in mind, looking for an opening inside of that next circle to breach into that position. And now the shots have started to ring out. Unsullied Army have been discovered by QUANTUMRAGE, but Smoke is there with a beautiful return fire, and he is going to get confirmed. Smoke is still in a dangerous position. He will get confirmed very shortly, but QR in serious trouble. Unsullied Army bitten again, as Jesse will be the next one knocked away there. And now it's all left to Prophecy and Reset. They need to breach, they need to take through, and Xenon will be confirmed very shortly. If he is going to be spotted, but he hasn't been spotted. Prophecy's there, switches to the Thompson, tries to get a little job done there. He gets tagged up, but he gets smoked up immediately as well. Reset is there, tries to spray through, switches vehicles, onto the left side, but he is going to be popped, locked, and dropped. If you notice, I said he switches vehicles because, you know, he was moving on his left foot, but then he switched to his right foot. That was a switch of a vehicle there, and he gets plundered back into the lobby courtesy of Quantum Rage. But the Invincibles have been waiting their whole lives for this one. Quantum Rage will deliver themselves very, very shortly. Xenon, unfortunately, surely should bleed out. But somehow he does get picked up, so they will not be losing him, but they've got 6 eliminations to work with. PLATANO power. Jodoin is there. Beautiful sprays. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. And the Xenon will suffer the play zone damage. You can hear the VSS ringing out as Incognito will be discovered and sent back into the lobby with the quickness. Hamodi, the last one up. Fortunately, he will no longer be the last one. He will no longer be, as he ceases to exist. PLATANO power constituting a nuisance here. Jodoin chilling, trying to get on top of that rock and get a better viewing onto the guys from BBC. No Rage Esports are now the victims of their own hubris, as DG falls victim to that play zone. Dream Team now trying to breach into this position occupied by Unlimited. They are effortlessly so close. They do not have the play zone. They would need more and more intel. Invincibles in trouble now. You can hear the guys from No Pressure now getting their hands dirty onto the guys from PLATANO power, trying to knock Zoom away. 300 is there with the return fire almost instantaneously there. No Pressure will have to reset. They've already lost 2 players. And it is so interesting, you know, winning the last game and now you're struggling. Again, we talk about this. That is the idea. And the sprays are fantastic. Dream Team now unleashing hell onto the guys from No Pressure. Lucid pulls up to the scene, but unfortunately he bites off a little bit more than he can chew. He gets knocked away immediately as well. Another opportunity there to work the angles, but a beautiful use of the environment there. Manages to blow them away, but Dream Team now in serious trouble. There's a whole lot of violence ongoing in this position. Archer has been knocked away as well. It's all left to Sad. He's drinking so much blue zone damage. Unlimited is there, still trying to keep them at bay. And Dream Team now will have to pull a rabbit out of the hat for this one. And now an opportunity presents itself. Sad is still tanking and taking some serious blue zone damage. Unfortunately, he will be swept away and sent back into the lobby. There's no way he makes it out in time. But he does actually. Oh, that's a beautiful grenade coming in from Ronnie there. And I believe that will be the end of the guys from No Pressure, as the Invincibles continue to hold on and dominate it for 4 eliminations now. Jodoin has been tagged up. PLATANO power. Can they keep up? Can they hold on? Sad will be discovered by Unlimited, sent back into the lobby in 6th place. Dream Team, their journey will end there. PLATANO power looking very, very strong. But Unlimited getting tagged up. Beautiful play coming in from Freak, but he will be discovered as well, as their esports Skyline is there. Pulls up right from the rear end and he rear ends him. Their esports, beautiful position that they're holding up here. They might just do the trick, just find a little bit too short there. He does get tagged up. He has been seen his position, tagged him up. Oh, that's a beautiful touch from Kanan, and might just do the trick here. Switches to the M4, faces to the left side. That's a beautiful knock, and their esports daring to eliminate the guys one after the other. They start to fall. Unlimited also on the receiving end there from the Invincibles. Kanan and Skyline doing an absolute madness onto the guys from BBC. And one after the other, they start to fall. And BBC somehow still surviving into the top 5. But the Invincibles, you can hear them raging and rampaging it on the backside. Skyline is still inside of that blue zone. He's taking way too much damage, but he should be able to make it inside after this final heal. He does manage to crack the code and make a way inside for himself there. Esports doing a fantastic job of holding on. Oh, that's a beautiful grenade from Sean. Lands on top of Zoom, right on his skull, on his head. Right there. He tried to nod it, but yeah. You're not that guy. Invincibles again. 8 eliminations. Might be going for 10. Judois continues to spray. PLATANO power, not taking any chances, not taking any risks. BBC in danger. Zetrix sprays again. Tries to heal up, but that is just in time. Manages to get his HP all the way back up. Gets the confirmation onto one of the players from their esports. Is all left to Kanan now. He can hear Sean in the corner there. Might be able to tag him. Is going to catch him. Gets him down. Knocks him clean off. Now it's Kanan versus Zetrix in a 1 versus 1. Their esports somehow from the shores of boot camp they've been able to survive and hold up. But he should not allow for the reset. Do not allow the reset, man. But he is going to allow the reset. And now it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Unfortunate scenes for their esports here. But Kanan has to be careful. He has to be aware. Surely he has utilities to put away. And now would be the wiser time for him to set that grenade off. But he's being too passive here. He's being way too passive. BBC has this one in the bag. All they have to do is hold on. So 2 versus 1, they cannot lose this one. They should not lose this one. But Kanan has been absolutely critical and surgical with his positional advantages so far. He has been able to creep and crawl his way into the top 3, putting his team into the top 2 as well. Use your grenades, man. Anywhere, just throw. You're in the final circle. Just toss the grenade, man. It would be so interesting if the guys from BBC get their own grenade out first. Oh, that, okay. That's a good one, but nope. And he will be spotted by Vlast, and that will be the end. Sealing the deal. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can do if you're going to be prone forever. And that will be the end of their esports. Almost had that one in the bag. But BBC will walk away with 5 eliminations and that chicken dinner. Their esports equally with 5. They will be in 2nd place. Invincibles in 3rd place with 10. PLATANO Power in 4th place with 6. Unlimited in 5th place with 3. Galaxy in 6th place with, I believe that is 8. SG in 7th place. Dream Team in 8th place. No Pressure in 9th place with 2. Team Ruthless in 10th place with 6. No Rage in 11th place. And QUANTUMRAGE in 12th place with 6. Unsullied Army in 13th place with 1. Saint in 14th with 4. Active in 15th with 1 or 2. And 10-11 in 16th place. Whew. Oh, what's so? Sorry guys, I need to pick a little bit of something up. Alright, so yeah, not be feeling too good. I got a couple meds. Trying to sag them up. Trying to roll them out. Woo! Alright. Okay. Nice work, man. Nice work from BBC, the Invincibles, and the guys from their esports, doing a fantastic job. You know, we're able to, you know, put the work in, get everything sorted out just in time. I would always, you know, argue for the side of caution, but you know, you always got to read the kill feed. You know, if their esports read the kill feed, you would know that that guy was trying to get a reset because his teammate got knocked away earlier. It all happened within the same time frame, you know, of him getting the last invincible player. I believe that was Sean, getting him knocked away from behind. So that was an opportunity for him to do something about that. If he had paid attention to the kill feed, but unfortunately he did not. So, you know, falling a little bit too short for my own liking there, but you know, it's nothing too wrong, nothing too fancy. Invincibles, they did a fantastic job getting themselves 10 eliminations, and yeah, The leaderboard is going to reflect exactly what we're talking about right now, and that is so impressive how these teams have continued to switch up consistently. BBC always in that top form, and I talked about them in the previous game. You have to be very careful. BBC is sneaky. They do love to sneak in. They're not a passive team. They're just very sneaky. They sneak in the aggression and they get the job done. But big kudos to BBC for getting that one done. I think their esports had them by the neck at some point, but they just couldn't see it through because of the splits that they had and the position that Galaxy, was maintaining on that southern side. So it was very difficult for them to make the rotation coming in from that corner. But they managed to make it happen into the top two. So big kudos to them. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a relatively very quick, turn of events very shortly. But we're going to have one more game for you guys. And after that game, we're going to have our final leaderboard. And then we're going to have an idea on who's playing around, who's here to win, who's trying to, qualify for that showdown. We're going to know very shortly. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, do not stray away. Do not run too far. By the time we return, we're going to have our leaderboards ready and the next map. So stay tuned, stay strapped in, and don't shalaye too much. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Clatter of Clans Season 18. It is the finals, day 1, and I did run into a little bit of a technical difficulties in the background there, but it's all been sorted. I know you guys can hear the background audio, of the game going on right there. So we will be heading back to Erangel very, very shortly. But before that, leaderboard is here, ladies and gentlemen. So take a look at 3 games in. 3 games in before the last game of the night, I believe. And Invincibles will lead the charge with no chicken dinners, but 25 eliminations and 7 placement points. Now, Invincibles, their strategy at the end of the day, it works. Kill as many people as possible and you will be on top, and that is the strategy they've chosen to stick to. 4 points clear of No Pressure, who have already gotten a chicken dinner, and PLATANO Power as well, and the guys from Team Ruthless just following suit. BBC following as well, all the way down there. It's 5th place, 8 points away. QUANTUMRAGE 12 points away, all the way down in 6th place. Unlimited in 19th, and the guys from RAGE ESPORTS still in 15th after that chicken dinner, with 15 points after that chicken dinner. So that chicken dinner still keeps them afloat, and that is what we love to see. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget why we are here. We're here for some violence, we're here for some action, and we'll continue to go on as see in fit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's head back to Erangel as the final game of the night. It is going to be the Clatter of Clans day 1 of the finals. We all know what time it is, so start playing. Fortunately, we've lost 2 players. I think some of the players from Dream Team, if I'm not mistaken, have already met their end, courtesy of BBC. So I think it was 1 apiece. BBC and Dream Team got into a little bit of a skirmish. They traded off, so it's now 3 versus 3 in that northern side. We'll pull up the map very shortly just to give you guys a little bit of a look-see. So you will see what exactly the idea is for most of these teams trying to make the rotation and work from the angles there. Alright, my mic is back. Apologize guys for the little breaking transmission there, but I think we're back up and running here. The southern side, BBC will run into the guys from Team Ruthless. Our future goes down. He's been tagged up there. No pressure. We'll be rotating around that corner, but BBC, unfortunate scenes for them, because they've already lost every single player except for Havoc. I'm not sure how that happened, but still, we've still got 16 teams, so no team has actually been eliminated yet. But no pressure, making the same rotational play with BBC here, so we might turn into something ugly. They do not make it out of dodge in time, but Havoc manages to get out of dodge just in time there. So the guys from no pressure will not be able to put him under any kind of pressure. Everything is evened out. The North looking so free, looking so comfortable for Unsullied Army. They're not going to be moving from that position anytime soon, but limited. They might have to play a little kind of a strong defense against the guys from Galaxy as they make a rotation away from that position. As Zeba just looks towards that hillside. They will choose to rotate to another position, you know, for themselves, at least for their well-being. You know, not to overextend or brag or, you know, just pre too much of that play zone. It is a little bit northern, and you can see 10-11. If they did play Zaki, they would be so relieved right now. But I think the playing path did not favor that kind of landing, so unfortunate scenes for them. They will be able to hold off. SG still in the south, coming in from the bridge side of the military base. It's unknown. So moving dangerously close to the guys from Dream Team. I'm not sure if they're aware of his position just yet. But Slinger was lost in the engagement between themselves and BBC earlier in the day. Rotations look so hectic for the guys from Dream Team. Play zone already at their heel, but they can take a step back and relax. There's not too much that needs to go on. We still have 16 teams. No team has been eliminated just yet. But I do see 10-11 doing a fantastic job in this game. This is the kind of play zone that they do perform significantly well in. So I am expecting more and more of that Dream Team now. Once again, biting off a little bit of some chunky violence there. Sad driving around looking for some intel, but Archer was able to find something for himself. Oh, Sad will run over Lonely there. SG getting destroyed, and they will destroy Lonely. Dream Team currently sitting at the bottom of the leaderboards. You know, so this is a welcome, very welcome engagement for them. You know, this takes them currently as far as 14th, so they're, or rather 15th actually. They're still at the bottom, but SG has been eliminated. So, you know, and I think oh no, SG have not been eliminated actually. They've lost a couple of players, but they're still good. So that proves, you know, what I've been thinking about so far. They start to make their rotation. 10-11. You can see them on that north eastern side, trying to break through into Saverny. There's a chance they will run into the guys from Unsullied Army. It would require some level of enthusiasm if they are trying to breach into that northern side again. They're very, very capable of taking the fight. But the question is, will they? Or should they? You know, that is the question. How far are they willing to take this one? So Amar is in front, rotating very, very closely there. You can see Prophecy does have sights set on them. 10-11, driving too close for comfort, might get spotted out. And Unsullied Army will not be shooting at all, actually. So Amar will drive very, very nicely into the play zone without any resistance from Unsullied Army. So there's that as well. The Invincibles finally will catch the guys from SG and will send them back into the lobby in 16th place actually. And SPAZA Gaming, unfortunately, this is where the road ends for them tonight. They've not been having the best day one. Hopefully they will return tomorrow in better form and in better spirits. But speaking of spirits, the spirit of violence of the Invincibles here. I'm not sure what this strategy is that Sean is employing though. I'm not sure what is this. What is this supposed to be though? Sean. Not sure what this is. But Saint. I did see a little action from Saint there. I'm not sure who's running into who. But PLATANO Power and the guys from No Pressure looks like they might be having the same kind of idea. Might just run into each other outside of ruins. It's a dangerous spot. Gets more dangerous by the second there, as Freak will get spotted out, get knocked away as well by PLATANO Power. And they might use this opportunity to breach, but here comes Prime from No Pressure, about to apply some pressure. I think he saw someone get knocked away here. And now is an opportunity for him to work something from the angles there. Galaxy still within reach in that position. Might just get tagged away. And immediately he does get tagged away. Marine falls to his knees. And the rest of the guys from No Pressure will be pulling up onto Galaxy's position. Marine does get confirmed. The thirst is real. Sent back into the lobby with the quickness. Galaxy sees that, yep, this one ain't for me. Prison will be the next victim now of a spectacular grenade. Galaxy again still defending very, very nicely. But No Pressure still within the vicinity. Utility is already starting to come out. Artless is doing his absolute best to keep on. But Prison will be sent back into the lobby. Jodua is here. Pulls up to the scene. But here comes Artless. Hops back into his vehicle and will reset with Glixie. Just bounce south. He's gonna get tagged up. Hopefully he doesn't get uprooted. He's tagged up to about 10 HP, but manages to survive the danger. That is the guys from PLATANO Power and Galaxy together. Does do a good enough job of getting out of that dangerous position. Still by the edge of the circle there, just down towards the south east. You can see 10-11 have made their rotation, and they are going to be holding that northern side of or rather the western side of shooting range, but they are going to be up north. I think they found a fantastic position to play with. The guys from No Rage finally making their rotation inside of that circle here, but they might just meet a couple of obstacles in the guys from Team Ruthless, but they will decide to play the zone instead and have some positional advantage. There's a whole lot, you know, of poor spaces and empty spaces that they could work with. Unsullied Army still inside of Saverny. They should have moved so early. They should not have been in that area. They should have occupied at least the, you know, the eastern side of shooting range where the airdrop is. That would have been a safer bet, or at least had two players in there just to keep tabs on the rest of that terrain. the rest of that vicinity. Play zone might move a little bit more southern and bless the guys from Saint and the guys from a Galaxy, and no pressure. There's so much opportunity there, to play from that position. Quantum Rage still on the Everest Hill, holding up and enjoying that position for themselves. Nobody contesting, full squad. They have sight lines over every single position. So I believe even if the play zone shifts away from here, they already have a plan. They already know where they're trying to go. So we're about to see what the play zone is trying to do. And it does move northern. 10-11 made the right choice, the right call. Unsullied Army will need to make an even better choice, an even better call, because they will have to move right now, and they have to move very, very quickly. They cannot be caught slipping. The rotations that the rotations that 10-11 have made have been absolutely sublime right now, and now hopefully they will reap the fruits of their labors. And we did talk about this. We said that 10-11, this is the kind of play zone that they love. They are very, very capable of holding out. And now the guys from No Rage have been on the receiving end. Lynx has been knocked away, but he will be able to get picked up as he hops into the play zone very shortly. Now it holds off. Quantum Rage pulling up. You can hear them. An Unsullied Army in the vicinity as well from that position. Guys from No Rage, unfortunately, losing themselves one after the other. Is Deji now this time the victim. And I believe that will be the end of No Rage, actually. Sent back into the lobby by the guys from Team Ruthless. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to swap to the players from Team Ruthless, but unfortunately, this glitch is just an up. And the Solid Army have made the move to the edge of the circle there. I think it's the guys from Dare Esports that will be moving to that position. Kanan. The rest of Dare Esports making the rotation. I was expecting the Invincibles and Active getting into a little bit of a skirmish there. Nexus trying to finalize a position to spray his bullets into, as Traitor will be sent back into the lobby. All the way across. God 7 will be spotted, and a fantastic spray from Nexus all across. But unfortunately, there's no dice. Cannot connect the shots. Reals was able to find one elimination somehow, some way. They all have their sights set onto the guys from the Invincibles all the way across. Do not necessarily have to engage too much, but Reals is heavily blessed from that position. Might just be able to work his angles if he can do something from here. They do have a little bit of play zone to work with in the southern area, but how far can they go? Dream Team are aware. They pulled up. They know that there's some ops they need to deal with, and those ops is Active Gaming. As you can see, Reals is in that corner. He spotted the vehicle from Sad, and I believe Archer has the right idea there. But the Invincibles are not going to be taking this one lying down, that's for sure. Sean will catch the guys from Dare Esports there. Skyline, and the rest of the guys from Dare Esports will take the advance. They will take the push onto the guys from Team Ruthless. Look at Skyline's position. This is absolutely brilliant to watch. Just take a look. He finds an angle there, and the spray might be good. All he has to do is catch them off guard. Tag. Oh, that's a nice tag from Skyline. One touch knocks him clean off. And now Dare Esports have all to play for. They have all the angles covered. He might just decide to work from that position, but he does not have the play zone. It's going to get really trickier. Kanan goes prone, tries to get his HP all the way back up, but Dare Esports, very, very strong position for themselves. They've got 2 knocks, but they've not been able to get any confirmations just yet. I'm not sure what the play is here, though. Guys from Team Ruthless will make a rotational advantage and outplay them if they're not careful. But they will advance and get into a better position. And guys from 10-11 now against Platano Power. There's an opportunity for a 4 versus 4 engagement now. Beautiful spray onto Jodor's position. Bego sprays right into him, hops back into his vehicle as he sees that that's not going to work, at least for the time being. But Amar is on that northern side, tries to breach right through. Bego might just swap seat, the spray, but it might be a trap here. Jodoa might lead them into that area. And 10-11 have learned that, yep, that's not going to work. Bego has been chased away from that position, but he's heavily tagged up. Has to move and find a better position to take this engagement from. PLATANO are not inside of that play zone, so they will be expected to move out. So 10-11 do have them dead to rights if they can hold up a better position inside of that play zone. There's so much more to this engagement. 10-11 will need a classic of a game here. They are trying to find themselves back into that top 3 of the leaderboard. All it takes is the chicken dinner, and that will do the trick. And they know that that is all they need. And now Sean, the victim of another brutal engagement there from the corner. Active Gaming, you can see them heading in from the southern side. As their esports is equally there. They've got 3 eliminations to their name. They're not breaching too far, but Unsullied Army finally getting into the action. To the guys from Galaxy, Jesse was able to get the knock clean off, and more sprays. But resets will catch one of the players from Galaxy. Unfortunately, Jesse was the victim this time. Has been spotted and knocked away. But you can see that Unsullied Army had so much play zone to work with. They had so much potential, you know. But now they got caught up fighting onto that that northern side against the guys from Galaxy. I saw that happening earlier, you know, but they didn't make their rotations relatively very quickly, so they got caught out. But the guys from PLATANO have finally made it inside of that play zone. Jodoa is still in front, and no pressure. Will be holding up an interesting central position with just 2 players, Vixie and RUTHLESS. So they will be playing it a little bit safe inside of the shacks. Hopefully they will not get discovered. Unsullied Army trying to make their rotation this time as well. Their esports in the front side of the front lines, trying to hold off. Schmuck is just on the rear end. Oh, he's been spotted now. He's getting tagged up, but he's exposed himself a little bit too much. He does get tagged away by Kanan, but Kanan, the return fire is absolutely brilliant. Unsullied Army, though, trying their absolute best to hold on. Dammy will be the last one left. He's back in the vehicle, hops right up, tries to attack Reset all the way across, and Reset tries to get that confirmation, but that would be the mistake, because he is going to get tagged up, and that might be the end for him. His vehicle might get blown up to smithereens. Their esports losing 2 players in an untimely fashion. Grenade from Dammy might just do the trick this time. It's a fantastic grenade, I might add, but will he able to do the trick? No, falls a little bit too short. He's getting tagged up as well from that position. He manages to escape the danger. Smoke comes out from Dammy. Their esports under siege right now. You've got 2 players down. And Skyline is there with the DP still holding up by that corner. Unsullied Army will be swept away. Reset will be spotted. 10-11 fighting on the edge of paradise there. 2 eliminations for Amar. Unfortunately, Snuffy has been discovered and sent back into the lobby. The violence continues here, as 10-11 will be doing the absolute best to hold on. Because, just hold on, you know, we're going home. And home is the play zone. Saint on that eastern side. I don't know if they've been spotted by Shirts, but now would be the wise time to make any sort of rotations. And 10-11 have paid the cue here. They might run into the guys from Unlimited, though. There's a lot of work. Unlimited might decide to play this a little bit too slow. 4 teams in. They can hear the bullets raining out, but they do not have the play zone. But 10-11 have made a fantastic rotation for themselves, but they're right behind the guys from PLATANO Power, so it might take a little bit more than they thought. But Bego has been knocked away by Jodoa, and that's a beautiful one coming in from PLATANO Power. Now they have the upper angles. They're playing from the high ground. The guys from 10-11 have actually surrendered this position to them. And that's an unfortunate turn of events there. But Sherks tries to connect another grenade onto Kobe's position. Falls a little bit too short. Unlimited need to rise to the occasion. They need to work some angles here. They need to work something. Fantastic grenade to work through as well. The Sherks will switch up to the mini. The 8 times, trying to look into the ops to see what the guys from Unlimited are planning. There's so many bodies around this side, but Dream Team will pull up to the scene and catch one of the guys from PLATANO Power. PLATANO now in danger, but they cannot read the feed, so you do not know who it is. But their esports finally are succumbing to some serious injuries. Archer blows him off. Demigod sent back into the lobby. Jodois is still there, dealing all the damage he can, and the guys from 10-11 are still caught between the devil and the deep blue sea here as Shrex blows up his only movement, his only vehicle. Barky's there with the grenade in hand as well. Shrex with a fantastic one to send it all the way back, and it connects, evenly distributed, cuts him down to about 25 HP, but again it's going to require a whole lot of effort with a beautiful grenade that falls a little bit too short. Amar is there still hanging on by himself, and the guys from 10-11 now down to 1. It's all left to Amar. He does have the grenade in hand still, tries to connect yet another one short, but he falls down again. Unlimited swarming around, playing it very, very slow, very, very sure. And that's a beautiful spray to work the angles. Dream Team now have decided to set their sights onto the guys from Unlimited. Assad will be able to pick Lucid all the way up. Utilities will need to come outside though. It's a dangerous reset. It's a very dangerous reset. That's a nice spray from Sad there, but he just gets tagged up almost immediately. Now an opportunity for the guys from our Dream Team to level up and reset. Archer is still prone in the grass. He's trying to stack up and pack up some ops. Be looking into that northern direction, trying to get an angle on what exactly it is that's going on. Active Gaming continue to rain hell onto the guys from Dream Team. Sad again, the victim spotted. Dream Team will need to bite off a little bit more than they can chew here. They're still in some serious trouble. Sad does get tagged up, but he will be able to survive. Makes his way inside of that zone. Amar from 10-11 is still there, and all he has to do is wait for an opening to lay some fire, lay some bullets into the guys from Dream Team. But the guys from Unlimited are making their push very, very closely, I might add. Oh, the play zone has shifted, blessing the guys from Dream Team, and now that's an unexpected turn of events. 10-11 do have an interesting position, but he does get tagged through by Sad, and Dream Team will send 10-11 back into the lobby in 4th place. And now there's more work to be done. The play zone heavily blessing the guys from Dream Team. Shad will be spotted and tagged up heavily as well. Unlimited just driving around looking for some ops to devour, as they are heavily contesting all of these positions. They're trying to gather as much intel as possible. Is ready, and another spray, and Nexus is there, gets a knock as well. Sad has been spotted, he's knocked clean up as well. Archer will be spotted, and there's no way he makes it out of there unless he has some kind of smoke to move into that rock into the corner. But Reels will spray, beautiful spray I might add, onto the guys from Unlimited, and now it's an opportunity for Active to breach. They've got a 3 versus 2 here. It's an opportunity for them to do something. Shooting inside of the smoke, but they can't see. The left side covered up again. Reels, beautiful. Taps him up, knocks him clean off again, but exposes himself a little bit much towards the right hand side. Sways through the corner, but Ready again tries his absolute best to work the angles again. Tries to spot Reels, falls him down a little bit towards the HP. But here comes another opportunity for Active, and Shad is there to clean up the mess. Dream Team still holding up. There comes Archer. He knows that the violence is all the way onto the left hand side, but exposes himself too much to Nexus. Might be spotted, but no, he makes it in time. He makes it towards that rock. And now Active, an opportunity for them to breathe through. Shad is there on the ground floor. Nexus knows that he's an opportunity, but he's going to get tagged up. Expose himself just a little bit, just enough to get the knock onto Shad's position. And here comes Archer. Reels is there taking a little bit of damage from the blue zone. He's running through, and he might be spotted by Archer there. Grenade in hand. Might just do the trick. Archer might just get it to happen here. Grenade connects it. Nexus, ooh, tags him up just a little bit too much. Works it a little bit towards the corner. Face it. Tries to confirm Shad, but he makes the wrong choice, as Nexus will eliminate him and make him pay for his mistakes, as Active Gaming will take 10 eliminations and a chicken dinner. Dream Team will do the job of finishing very strongly in second place with 7 eliminations, I might add. guys from Unlimited in third place with 3, 10, 11 in fourth place with 3 as well. Platano in fifth place with 7. Saint in sixth place with 3. Dare in seventh place with 5. And no pressure in eighth place with 5 as well. Unsullied Army in ninth place with 2. The Invincibles in 10th place with 6. Galaxy in 11th place with 4. Team Ruthless in 12th place with 5. QUANTUMRAGE in 13th place with nothing. No RAGE Esports in 14th place. BBC in 15th place with 1. And the guys from SG in 16th place. Ooh. And now that is how you seal a game to the end. What a performance from Active Gaming. Dream Team equally as vicious and as seren. They didn't even serenade a lot. You know, they did have that zone. I was expecting Dream Team to win there. There are some teams that if you put them in that position, you know, that Dream Team was in, they would have won. They would have won the game. I'm pretty certain. You know, I won't call no names. I ain't gonna call no names, but I know that there are some teams that if they had that position that Dream Team had, yeah, someone would have clutched that for sure. For sure. Nexus would have been shot before he even made it that close. He would have been flashed. You know that thing where they do where they peek behind the rock and shoot you and they go back into cover? Yeah, somebody would have done that shit. And Nexus would have paid the price. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Big shout out to every single one of you that tuned into the live stream. Do not forget we are here same time tomorrow as well to join us for day 2. It is going to be an interesting turn of events as we've seen how these teams perform. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to follow Clatter of Clans on all social media and on Unsullied Army as well. If you can check, you see it at the bottom of the screen. So follow them on all their social media platforms because the leaderboard will be you know, pointed up and be set up to you guys, so you have a little bit of an inkling as to, you know, as to what's it called? Wait. Wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you guys should, you know, tune into the social media so you guys can get the leaderboards ready. Or rather, you can get the leaderboards on the social media platforms for Unsullied Army, Clatter of Clans, so you stay strapped in and do not miss anything. We saw the leaderboards, the 3 leaderboards before that's the last one, so you know you know what time it is. So stay ready. You know, it's your boy Priest bringing you guys all of the commentary and the action. I've enjoyed myself tonight, and I hope you guys have too. So yeah, more PUBG Mobile content coming to you tomorrow as well. And tomorrow kicks off the PMRC, the PUBG Mobile Regional Clash, MEA and EU. So I will be definitely tuning in to see some more Gladiators action. And you know, Mad Bulls and the rest of them as well. So Nigma Galaxy will be there as well, Falcons, GK Esports, so many teams. So I'm looking forward to watching that as well. Till tomorrow, do not forget to tune in. You know, after that we return with Clatter of Clans season 18. So ladies and gentlemen, it's me signing out. Catch you guys on the flip side tomorrow. Peace.